Jersey in August. We just announced our first New Jersey show.
Yeah, House of Independence. I saw that.
Yeah. Great venue. We're really pumped.
Yeah, I haven't made it out there yet, but I hear like it's a nice, cool little niche type of spot.
Yeah. Apparently. Yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah, awesome. So we're, I guess, live, by the way?
Yeah.
We're live recording. And I never know exactly what to tell guests. It's like, yeah, we're live, but we're not really live.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll do it live.
Break the ice.
Oh, yes. All right. So, gotta ask the hack question. How'd you guys get started?
Sure. I can kind of start that a little bit.
All right.
So Ethan and I, we grew up together in London, actually, just outside of London. We both lived there from like age 1, basically, to age 18.
Wow.
And we met each other when we were like 4 years old.
Don't ask about our accents, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's pretty damn good American accent.
Right, we can put the British one on as well if we need to, but we try to kind of play it down a bit, I guess.
All right, I hear it. Well, it's apparently it's easier to go from British to like American. Like the whole show The Wire on HBO, every single one of the actors is British.
Oh yeah,
but you'd have no idea. It's insane.
And you ever notice when a vocalist sing, you can't really tell until they speak?
True.
Yeah, and then you have Ozzy Osbourne where he just speaks gibberish, but you could tell exactly what Black Sabbath lyric he's saying. It's quite remarkable.
Do you think it has something to do with the way that when you're singing just the vocal cords, I guess maybe that mimics how you would speak English, I guess? I don't know how to explain that, but...
I don't know either.
Like their influences, they're trying to sound like their influences, and their influences are probably American.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there are like other British bands, I guess, that like try to sound extra British, like Enter Shikari. Like they make a big, I mean, I don't know if they do it on purpose or anything, but like I feel like a lot of their songs make a big point of like having that British accent.
Yeah, well, they also do that little talk type of rap too, minus the screams and whatnot.
Yeah. But yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So anyways, continue. You met each other in London.
Yeah, a little tangent.
That's all right.
So yeah, Ethan and I, we went to the same school, and like the biggest thing that always bonded us as friends was music, obviously. Like we loved, like, I guess it kind of started with Limp Bizkit and like Korn, and then evolved
the new metal stage, of course.
Yeah, Linkin Park,
Hell
and
yeah.
then and then eventually it's Blink-182, Saves the Day, Taking Back Sunday, brand new, of course. And our favorite thing was just to like go to shows, and if we didn't have a show, then we just invite all of our friends to like our parents' basement and just listen to emo and rock out. And the age in London is 18 leniently, so
you really start drinking at like 13, I guess.
So I'm told.
Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of like had this party like between our friends in high school. It's like, come to my house and we're gonna like drink beer and like blast emo. And then we both went to college in Boston. I went to Berkeley College of Music. Ethan went to Tufts.
Okay.
And we kind of moved the party to our dorm rooms a little bit. Kind of, every Friday night, if there wasn't a show, we'd just like have beers and blast emo, and it's kind of like the perfect pregame. I couldn't think of a better one, you know? So that was like always our favorite thing to do. And like a bunch of our friends loved to do it as well and hang out, and it was awesome. And then in around 2012, Ethan and I both moved to New York at the same time.
We never have lived together, by the way. We've always lived like within 10 minutes walking distance from each other, but like it's all been like, I guess, coincident, but also,
Well, that's also good because, living with like a bandmate, you kind of get on each other's nerves a little bit, and then you take it out on a band for some personal shit at home. You guys have like the perfect balance, 10 minutes away from each other. You can see each other when you want. If you're pissed off at each other, you just go back to your own home, not have to think about anything. So I think you have a good chemistry thing going on with that.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. We've shared plenty of hotel rooms.
Yeah. we've had a lot of funny situations going on, and I guess we've also traveled together throughout the years as well. We've been to like even before Emo Night traveling started, but like there's like we've been in Africa together, like France, like all over, I guess all over Europe. Like,
wow.
We spent a month in Namibia together. That was
Where is Namibia?
I've never heard of that before.
Southwest Africa. It's like it borders it's near South Africa, Zambia, and
it's kind of like an unknown country in Africa.
So like a whole bunch of like wild safari type of deal, or is it like sort of civilized, or?
There are definitely cities over there, but it's very rural as well, and there are a lot of tribes. And I remember that we went there for a school trip for a month. It was like a community service project. I remember we were hiking through the canyon, and we were literally doing Q without the E a cappella throughout. Actually, we haven't told this story to anyone before, but like so it was community service, and this is again another tangent, but it was a community service trip. So we go around to a bunch of schools, like we plug in the internet for them, we build desks, and there was about 20 of us on this trip, and Alex and I, being us, we were like, well, we'll teach the kids music.
Yeah, everyone had a job.
Yeah.
One of the jobs was like build a desk,
Yeah, so you had the carpenters, you probably had like some English translations type of deal, and you guys went with music.
And we're like, we'll play the music, because Alex and I literally after school, like 3-4 times a week, we'd always just jam and play, our favorite songs and do covers, and I sing and Alex would play guitar and do the harmonies, so we were like, we're gonna teach these kids music. And taught 50 Namibian children. They were probably like, what, 10 to 12 years old. Uh-huh. We taught them Buried Alive by Census Fail. And
nice.
Jesus.
Literally, they knew all the words by heart. Like, it was so awesome. And they sang it back for us. We had the recording somewhere. And then I remember they loved Until the Day I Die.
Okay.
By Story of the Year.
Yeah.
It was actually, like, amazing. It's so funny. One of our, like, chaperone teachers was literally like crying. She was so happy. It was like, but now that you think of it, like, 30.
The lyrics are kind of weird, Buried Alive.
They're kind of down,
Like, yeah, do they understand what these lyrics actually mean and what Buddy is actually writing about?
I'm not sure, actually, but maybe we'll have to bring Buddy back to Namibia with us and do a reprise.
Hey, you never know. He might be a prince over there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, I'd say that was a pretty awesome experience. But anyway, getting back to the main story here.
And then, so we basically brought the party once we moved to New York, and it was like, okay, every Friday we're just, and a lot of our friends kind of moved away from the emo scene a little bit, EDM, indie, hip hop, all that stuff. But Ethan and our party stayed the same.
Yeah.
Every Friday night, it's just, blast emo. And a lot of times we annoy some of our friends, but a bunch of our friends were still into it. And like even other people, friends of friends, started to be into it. And it kind of got a little bit packed at my apartment. I remember one time I was like, okay, dude, this is a little crazy. So I lived right off of Bedford Ave in Williamsburg. And then there was this other small venue that had a little basement as part of it as well, called Cameo. Shut down, unfortunately.
Rest in peace.
It was across the street from my apartment, and I just like walked across the street and said, hey, can we like throw a party downstairs in the basement? It's a 100 capacity basement. They said sure. So we were like, okay, cool.
No guarantees or anything?
No guarantees. The only thing that was guaranteed was free beers.
That's
to
all
a limit.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
That's all we really cared about anyway.
That was really, that was like our main motivation behind it, was just to like invite our friends out and play some emo, like with the actual speakers that they had, and maybe get some free beer. Once we did that, we put it out there. We put it out, Emo Night Brooklyn. We okay, hopefully we get our friends to come out. And then we put out like a Facebook event page. We told all of our friends. Our friends kind of told their friends who told their friends, and then the result was, it was like actually crazy. the night of a 100 capacity basement, and some people can't get in, and it was completely free, so anyone can come in. And I think the venue was also like, whoa,
people actually came to this thing.
Yeah.
You have something going here, yeah.
Yeah. And then the venue Cameo, after that, they were like, okay, well, would you want to try it in the upstairs? It's actually a real venue with like a stage, and it's like a 250 capacity venue.
Okay.
And we're like, okay, sure. All right. And then we had to promote it. And again, it was just a completely free event. And this time we were like, okay, this is like a real thing. Like, let's do as much promotion as we possibly can. Flyer at, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
The whole 9 yards, yeah.
The whole 9 yards promotion. And, we did everything we possibly could online. We pumped it out on Facebook as much as possible. And, there's 300 people coming. And it was like 500 people coming, 700 people coming, 900 people coming. And it's like, okay, there's a chance that this might be crazy. Because, again, it's just a 200 capacity venue.
Yeah.
It's completely free.
And you have the hottest club in Brooklyn, more or less.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, the most in demand.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It's right in like central Williamsburg.
It is.
Yeah, so it's pretty centrally located, and almost 1,000 people showed up to this 200 capacity venue where
Jesus
there was
Christ.
no ticket sales or anything, so no like way to gauge there was no way to gauge how many people were going to come besides that Facebook page, and so it was just absolutely crazy, and we just had literally like the time of our lives. It was epic, as well as a little bit stressful, dealing with like the amount of complaints that we got. Like,
Who
what?
couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Some people were like, that was the worst show I've ever been to. I couldn't even get in. It was like,
Wait.
yeah. I think someone like gave us, for some reason you can give us reviews on the Facebook page. And yeah, like people gave us like a 1-star review because they couldn't even get into the show.
Well, I guess
like,
that's a good review to have, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny though.
Yeah. And after that, Brooklyn Bowl, which is kind of like right down the street, and that's like an 800 capacity venue. They reached out to us and they were like, hey, would you be interested in doing your party here? And we also got a bit of local press as well around that time, and we had some buzz. We were like, okay, let's do it at Brooklyn Bowl. And this was in May of 2015. So, 2015.
Oh, 15, yeah.
Don't correct the man.
Yeah.
And then, the rest is kind of history at that point. We started doing it at Brooklyn Bowl, and
yeah. Brooklyn Bowl was every couple months, and then we were very fortunate. The Brooklyn Bowl has been an amazing family to work with. They have a Brooklyn Bowl out in Vegas, and so November of 2015, they actually invited us out there to be the after party for Yellow Card Newfound Glory, and obviously, and we would go just to see the show. I mean, honestly, that'd be a sick show. And so we did that, and since then we've been going back to Vegas every couple months. We're headed back there in July. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're going back July 15th. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
And then you're basically going on tour a little bit. You're doing a whole weekend down in Florida, and then all wraps up August 12th, House of Independence, Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's been an amazing ride. It's been a lot of fun, and definitely has exceeded our dreams for sure.
Well, yeah, thinking about it, you just started literally underground, just playing songs that, you didn't write, you didn't even produce, you didn't come up with. It's just songs that you liked. And it seems like DJs have been doing this for years, but they were adding their own spin to it and aren't getting successful whatsoever. I'm talking about EDM DJs and stuff like that. While you guys, you literally just pressed play on an iPod and you just created a whole phenomenon that led you to fucking Irving Plaza of all places.
Yeah. That was definitely
I think
really cool.
we still were like, what? This is crazy.
What are we doing
What
here?
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially what you charge, $5 or $10 to get in, and you sold the place out, which is a 1,200 person venue.
Yeah, we always try to keep it very low cost. So yeah, I think it was $10 for Irving, for sure.
Wow, it just blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was like that was so much fun.
That one, we were planning for 2 months, and when the opportunity came to like do a show there, we were hesitant at first. We were like, okay, well, Brooklyn Bowl was like 700, 800. Dude, can we do 1,200 in a venue we've never even done before?
Yeah.
But I think like we had the right promotion behind it, and it actually worked out as well. And it was just a complete surprise that Fred and Jordan were there as well. And
to everyone else, we obviously knew about it.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing you guys do. You guys do guest DJs. Like you had Ryan Key of Yellow Card. I think Buddy did one out in Los Angeles, I want to say. Or is that another another emo night?
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. Ryan Key has done, I think, 3 shows with us now. We had him here in New York. We went to England together, and then one in Vegas. We had Buddy out in Vegas the last time we went, and yeah, we've been fortunate to work with a lot of amazing people. Ace Senders, Kenny Vasoli. I mean, those are just a couple to name a few, but obviously Fred Mascherino and Jordan have been great, and it's been awesome to have like these guys here. James DeWeese was out with us.
It's basically just getting to party with our idols. I mean, I couldn't imagine something cooler than that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. It turned into a pretty cool pregame, I guess. Like the pregame turned into the game.
Yeah, you were the opening band to the headliner, and now you're the headliner.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And basically came, I don't want to say overnight to discredit you, but like in the mainstream appeal, it was like, what the hell is, wait a second, they're just playing something on an iPod here? How the hell is that going to work? And then like people just flocked out. So you obviously did something right on that regard. But I have to ask you one thing. Who's the pinnacle guy that you want out there, or pinnacle girl that you want guest DJing a emo night?
I have like 2. I'd say one awesome one that I'd love would be Sonny Moore.
Oh, that'd be nuts.
I mean, yeah, because like he can actually DJ, obviously, and just seeing like starting from from first to last, and now he's Skrillex, like one of the biggest DJs in the world. Having him out there would be pretty awesome. We haven't really had female guest DJ, and I think like we'd love that and kind of represent more of the genre and things like that.
I want the Broad City Girls.
The Broad City Girls? I'm sorry.
Broad City, the show?
The TV show. Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Lana Glazer. I think she'd do a great job.
Yeah. We tried to get
Jimmy Fallon.
Al Roker.
He would crush it.
Yeah.
He definitely would.
We wanted to get Al Roker out to like introduce us for Irving Plaza. It didn't work out though.
Yeah.
What, did he want too much money?
We tried, yeah. No, I think it just wasn't his thing. But Taylor Swift would be a great one too.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, since she keeps doing these like Jimmy Eat World callbacks in her commercial and a whole bunch of other stuff, so she's definitely down. Like her, Demi Lovato, like name dropped I think Maylene and the Sons of Disaster on Jimmy Kimmel one time.
Yeah,
exactly. So I think, I guess the future is bright. You never know who we can get.
A lot of great people out there. Yeah.
So I'm going to take a guess on this one. I'd say within 2 years, MSG.
Ooh, that would be
Killer.
maybe next month, I guess. That'll be a quick secret show.
A quick secret show.
Taylor Swift might be there. May or may not.
Maybe, yeah.
Scheduled to appear.
Yeah.
I think that's the industry term too. I think they are coming, but you never know. They might cancel last minute.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think I also seen you. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was another clone, and you might want to sue them for that. Did you guys open up for the Acceptance show at Gramercy Theater?
Oh, yeah, we did. That was when Acceptance were doing they were guest DJing our show that was that night, and they asked us to do a little DJ set during their show.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
It was fun.
That show was insane.
Absolutely, yeah. They're such a good band, and it was so good to see them reunited.
Yeah. Wow. Dan, anything for the boys?
If you had to name top 5 bands, what would they be?
That's a good question.
Of our favorite?
Yeah, it could be, for both of you or collectively. Doesn't matter.
It could or cannot be emo bands.
Anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you?
I would probably say TBS, Taking Back Sunday, brand new. I mean, I think we can agree. Yellow Card is obviously like one of our all-time favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And I think collectively, like Alex and I, like Taking Back Sunday alone, I think we've seen like a lot, over 50 times maybe.
Yeah.
Between here and England and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really fun. I love Hidden in Plain View.
Okay, yeah, New Jersey band.
Absolutely, one of my favorites. Special place in my heart.
Yeah.
It was great when they were, reunited, and now they've done a few shows since, and so that's been great.
Under Oath.
Oh my God.
I actually just met Spencer last Friday in Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was at Condition Show. They did a little reunion tour, and one stop was in Brooklyn, the Nihil Gallery. I don't know, it was some shithole of a venue, I'm not going to lie to you. But Spencer Chamberlain was literally hanging out there. He started taking pictures, and it was insanity, to say the least.
Yeah, he's the man. We were really lucky to have him and Aaron both DJ with us in Vegas. It was right after their, it was during their Rebirth tour, which, by the way, like top 5 shows I've ever been to in my life was the Under Oath Rebirth tour. Like, absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spencer's a great dude. Definitely. And actually, Under Oath was our first concert together, me and Alex.
Yeah, it was. We almost didn't get in because it was a 16-plus show.
Yeah, we were 15 at the time.
Oh, bastards.
Yeah, we were so scared, and we had like cigarettes in our pocket. We thought we were so cool, and we're like, this will make us seem older. And it was like Silverstein, Roses Are Red, The Hurt Process, and Under Oath. And Under Oath just come out with They're Only Chasing Safety, and it was at this like pub that held like 100 people, like an hour south of London. It was so random, but it was like still to this day one of
the best shows ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That had to be what, 2003, 2004?
2004.
Yeah.
2004? Wow.
December, I think it was December 2004 now. If we're being exact.
Silverstein, right before Discovering the Waterfront came out for them too.
Oh yeah. They were awesome, and they crushed that show too.
It was epic.
Yeah, and we were in Toronto recently, and we were able to have Shane come out, singer of Silverstein, and he DJ'd with us for that one. That was a lot of fun. And so it was awesome. We were kind of reminiscing about that show, and he totally remembered it, and we were talking about that. It was funny.
Yeah, he's an incredibly nice guy too.
Oh yeah, super friendly, great guy.
Yeah, he's one of these, Silverstein is a pretty big band within the scene and a little bit outside the scene. They're getting a little mainstream appeal. But after almost every show, he's out there at the merch table just greeting everyone, just signing whatever, taking pictures, talking with people. And it's really refreshing to see that, because a lot of bands nowadays are doing like the VIP thing, where it's basically $100 and it doesn't guarantee you a general admission ticket, which I find bullshit.
Oh really?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what band just did that not too long ago, but it was, I want to say Sleeping with Sirens. If I'm wrong, I totally apologize to the guys. But I think it was like $100. It got you like a meet and greet with Kellen and the rest of the band. And I think you also got like a Polaroid picture with the band. Like, that was pretty nifty. But other than early admission, what are you getting for $100?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's tough.
But you're right. Like, he's a super nice guy. Like, everyone we've been able to collaborate with has been absolutely fantastic.
No horror stories as of yet?
No, everyone's been awesome. So no, we haven't been let down yet. And we
God forbid you get like Adam Mazzura on there and he demands $1,000 just to appear.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean, everyone's been great. So it's been an amazing experience.
Now, these musicians you're saying that you have DJing with you, do they DJ on the side, or you just kind of invite them up to, just work with you guys?
When we say DJ, it's more like rocking out on stage. And some of our guests have been really into DJing, which is cool. Like Ryan Key, he's actually a DJ. He can really DJ,
Yeah,
which is cool. But some are just, we have the playlist going, and they just type the crowd, and it's perfect.
Yeah, not like Jesse Leach of Killswitch. He's doing that on the side now, and like you said, Ryan.
Yeah, and Kenny Vasoli has Vacationer, I think it's called.
Yeah. He crushes.
I mean, look, there's definitely a demand for this. I'm going to go out on a limb to say that you're going to see a lot more. I don't want to call them DJs, but a lot more famous people come out and do like appearances, something similar to what you guys are doing. But I think you're right on the cusp of, creating like another outlet for these people to, I guess, make money, because you could tell CD sales are basically down from what they were like 10 years ago. And with the tours, a lot of bands are struggling with like maybe like $10, $15 stipend a day on like a 30-day tour. So, I mean, why not pick another $500 up for an appearance? Like, I hate to use her, but Kim Kardashian. I mean, obviously she does go with $500, but...
Yeah, that's another one of our, hopefully we get her to guest DJ in one of these.
I honestly think you have a better shot with Kanye than Kim.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you're right. Like, it's awesome being able to work with these guys. They love it, and I think they're excited to see the response from people, even though it's been so long since those records since they came out.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like so pumped that people are still this into the music. Yeah. And I mean, even now you're definitely seeing kind of like a renaissance of this genre. I mean, like, not only do you have all these kind of like 10-year anniversaries of like great albums, but you have reunions, and you have a ton of kind of like new emo bands coming out now, which are just like absolutely crushing it. So it's really fun.
I still haven't made it out to a show yet. I was supposed to go to the one in Irving Plaza, but shit ended up coming up last minute for me. I do apologize for that. I do thank you for the guest list spot. That was awesome for you guys. Do you guys play, strictly like mid-2000s emo music like screamo, or do you delve into like maybe like a little newer stuff, like let's say the Wonder Years or bands like that? Story So Far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, those are some of our favorite bands right now, like Wonder Years, State Champs, Story So Far, Knuckle Puck, Seaway, Modern Baseball.
Yeah,
we love all of those bands, and we try to put them in as much as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, it's just crazy to think that you could, let's invite a whole group of people to like an auditorium. That's obviously not what you're doing, but, inviting a whole group of people to an auditorium, hooking up a laptop and just playing music and going crazy.
Not even just an auditorium, like a legit venue. Like Irving Plaza. Yeah.
But I mean, dude, people like partying and people like music. It's a perfect, mix.
Yeah, and I hate to put a damper on things, but did you guys have any like issues with like the crowd, like maybe underage drinking or anything like that? I mean, maybe you wouldn't be aware of it, but
I think the venues are pretty good about that stuff, especially Brooklyn Bowl and Irving Plaza. They're pretty good about IDing, and we kind of leave that up to them.
Wasn't there that one guy who was like confused about?
We did have one issue.
Yep, here we go.
We did have. Guns.
Oh, yeah. He's the Guns Report, I think.
Yeah, the Guns Show.
Yeah, Guns Show. There we go. He also works for Don Imus, I believe.
And he DJs quite frequently with us as well. So he was doing his set, and in the middle of his set, some guy, he sees some guy who's just pissed off in the front row, and apparently he was confused because his output is like the EDM, like notorious EDM club across the street from Brooklyn. Was confused. He thought EMO. This was like a different version of EDM. It's like, and he was like, "What? This isn't what I signed up for. What's this?" And he was just like totally just like heckling Guns while he was talking and like while he was DJing. And then he comes on stage.
Yeah.
I think he had a few beers as well.
Yeah, of course.
He jumps on stage, like closes the laptop, takes the mic, and I'm on the side stage like, what's going on? And Guns is looking at me like, dude, what is going on? The music cuts out, obviously. And I just like go to the bouncer. I'm like, dude, that guy is not with us. He's not part of the crew. Like,
Get him off the stage.
Yeah. And then the Brooklyn Bowl security, like, they were super, super professional. Once I told them, they basically tackle this guy
Professionally.
Of course,
Professionally tackled.
professionally.
Taken like off stage and out of the venue within about 10 seconds at the most. It
Please,
was like the
Yeah.
fastest thing, but it felt like the slowest thing ever.
Please tell me you have that on video.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there's a pretty good picture actually. But then we got the laptop sorted again. We plugged it in, and then we just hit press play on Batlith, and we got like the biggest applause we've ever gotten. Besides that, we haven't had too many hiccups,
No,
but that was the
good.
one issue that did happen.
Wow. I can't even imagine how drunk this guy is thinking EMO could be EDM.
Hey, common mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He was probably too drunk to read it
He
correctly.
was probably so stoked. He's like, "Why is this club all packed? This is weird. Oh my god, I cut front on the barricade. This is nuts. What is this?"
Yeah.
He's thinking
Funny-
Tiesto's gonna come out, and then next thing you know, he sees guns, and he's just completely lost.
Oh yeah. It's
He was
also
in the wrong place.
it's funny as well, like especially with Brooklyn Bowl, there's an early show, and then we do the late show. And the early show, a lot of times, they have like hip hop night right beforehand, and so it's funny how like the dichotomy of the crowd, like it's just a very different crowd. And so when we start playing, you can tell some people stick around and like, wait, what's going on right now? Like,
We
what
had
is
like
this
there was
music?
it was like a folk country band, but all of the band members were at least in their 60s, and the crowd was pretty similar. And we went on like 10 minutes after they finished, and like we got some weird looks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
The crossover between acts. Like, I'm kind of shocked that they don't like escort everyone out and then I guess send in your fans in.
Yeah, there's a big just shit show basically as their fans are leaving and our fans are coming in, and sometimes both shows are sold out, so it's just like a craziness at the door. But they do eventually get all that crowd out, and most venues that Irving Plaza, there wasn't an early show, so it's just kind of this one thing at Brooklyn Bowl.
Now they're doing this because there's different styles of music going on.
Yeah, they try to fill the room for the whole night, so they have like a 7 p.m. show, and then our show starts at 11:30.
Ah, all right. So it's basically like when we go to normal rock concerts, it's not like that because it's all basically the same style music. Kind of reminds me of like a local show here where they mix all these different styles together, except they're separating the crowds.
Yeah, definitely.
Completely different shows. Yeah.
Mhm. But that's awesome, though. I mean, that you could have one show after another, two different styles. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are you at the level yet where you're able to do this as a full-time gig?
We it's really just like kind of a side thing for us now.
Mm-hmm.
We have day jobs, but I mean, who knows? At some point we'd love to. The more we do, we'd love to kind of make it our full time thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, like if we could keep hanging out, like a couple best friends with awesome other people, and just blast our favorite music, drink beers, and I think we would do this all the time for sure.
Party 7 nights a week.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I might become an alcoholic.
yeah, like maybe we should cut down on the drinking part, but the rest is cool. Cause
You could drink water.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, no, it's awesome. I think we definitely do that.
Nice.
Yeah. So I basically have one more question for you, and it's about like copycats. Like I'm seeing Emo Night LA pop up. I see Emo Night New Jersey pop up. How do you guys feel about that? Like creating something and someone else, I don't want to say is taking your steam, but they're basically, I don't want to say mooching off of you either, but you kind of get where I'm going with this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's awesome. I mean, like we love this music. They love this music. Everybody does. So I think, the more people that can celebrate it together, honestly, the better. So I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like just one thing that probably makes ours a little bit unique is because it's me and Ethan, and the dynamic on stage, the fact that we've been friends for so long, and just like the way we have our parties, similar to how they've always been
Since we were
12 years old. And just like our general vibe and the attitude, and everything that goes along with our party specifically, I think makes it unique.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, well, they definitely are very different. But yeah, no, we're very happy for any other nights as well. Like, and we obviously wish everyone all the success.
Now, you are you two musicians yourselves?
Yeah, I play guitar, and I've played in bands before.
Yeah, Alex is actually an amazing guitarist and studied at Berklee School of Music.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, he was in a really awesome band called Love Via Dance Machine that I loved as well, and they actually started getting a pretty good following.
Yeah, we were based in Boston, and we played a lot around New England and New York and a few different venues.
I'm hoping for a reunion, personally.
But, are we close to a 5 or 10 year reunion?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but for me, I'm a singer. But I never like necessarily was in like bands or things like that. But I did like a cappella in college, which I loved. And so yeah, I've always sung. But it's funny when Alex and I were seniors in high school. I remember we had to miss our senior prom, and prom wasn't as big a deal as it is here in the States, because we were playing our math teacher's wedding.
That's awesome.
We had a band together, and like we crushed it, and we made sure to make it to the after party of prom, which was a really important part of the night for us.
Yeah,
oh, absolutely. No one cares about the dancing part.
No.
It's all about the hotel room or the limo ride, wherever you decide to go.
Yeah, it was like the backyard of someone's house.
Or that too.
Well, I mean, that's great that you guys are musicians. Obviously, going to Berklee, that definitely gives you guys a, I guess a leg up on, if you had competition. It's, it's better to have that musical background where these people, everyone out there nowadays, might think that they can be a DJ just because, they listen to rap or hip hop. You guys actually have knowledge, in that area.
Yeah, and you do what you love. And that's the most important thing about this whole thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we've done Irving Plaza, we've gone to London, Vegas, like we're happy to just quit right now. I think we're pretty happy with what we've done, and if it becomes MSG, that would be amazing. If it goes back to like that 100 capacity basement that we started it at, or my apartment again, like that's totally cool as well, because like that was awesome too.
Hell, we'll come to our apartment show.
Yeah, why not? An evening with Emo Night.
Yeah, we'll get a guest. We'll get T Swift to come to that one.
And all you do is play Punko's acoustic the entire night.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for the interview. It's Alex and Ethan for Emo Night Brooklyn. And you can find them on Facebook, Emo Night Brooklyn, facebook.com/Emo Night Brooklyn. Twitter is at Emo Night_BK. And for more information, emonightbk.com. And you guys have some tour dates coming up. Unfortunately, this podcast isn't going to be out on time, but you guys are playing this Friday at Brooklyn Bowl, June 17th. You're also heading out to the Las Vegas Brooklyn Bowl, July 15th. July 29th and 30th, you're down in Florida. On the Friday, on the 29th, you're at Will's Pub in Orlando. And July 30th, you're at the Orpheum in Tampa. And then you close out, I guess, the summer, or what we have already right now. August 12th, House of Independence, Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Absolutely. And we may have some more dates coming out very soon.
So we always like to keep people on their toes. Always like to have surprises.
Exactly.
And what's the
way to do it?
What's the best place for people to go? The Twitter, the Facebook, all?
Probably just the website, emonightbk.com.
Website, Facebook, Twitter, yeah, but website, you'll get all the information for sure. But yeah, it's going to be a great summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for this interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
See you guys later.
Bye.